Hello all and welcome back to Bullet Bingo. In this video, let's talk about the film Pathaan starring Shah Rukh Khan, John Abraham and Deepika Padukone, directed by SIDDHARTH ANAND. This is not a typical review with just the positives and negatives of the film. I'm going to discuss without spoilers and share my experiences of the film. Firstly, to start with, the movie was having a great buzz and hype even without the typical Bollywood style promotions. So did Pathaan reach the expectations and hype, and is it a solid comeback for SRK is the question running in your heads right now. I'd say that yes, it did reach the expectations and it is a solid comeback for SRK because the potential of Shah Rukh being a solid action hero was used efficiently and explored well by the director. And apart from romance, people knew that SRK could pull off as an action hero really well. Now, the plot of the film is just simple and routine like we have seen in many spy action films till now from different industries. For those asking if the storyline is interesting and if they can expect something more than just action, I would say this film is not meant for plot-driven or non-action audience. The film is filled with plenty of action sequences and you cannot expect a great storyline with twists and turns in the film. But I assure you that you will like the movie if you are a fan of action. So the film definitely works for the mass audience. Something interesting about the film is that the spy universe created by Yash Raj Films is fascinating, and I really like the way they had linked Pathaan to War and Ek Tha Tiger to create this universe. Sorry for this spoiler, but you will anyway find it out on the news or on the social media that the film has a cameo appearance of Salman Khan, which you definitely not want to miss in the big screen. And honestly, I feel that this cameo appearance just felt more helpful to the universe to gain more interesting things to happen, and audience are also up for this idea. Coming to the director SIDDHARTH Anand, I kind of admire his style of creating the action spy films he makes. The type of research he does for the film is just in detail, even if it's mostly action in the movie. Because to make us believe there is a story behind all the action in the film, it's all from the research and proper info he gives to boost the base of the film. I recently watched the making of the action sequences for the film War, and I just got surprised on how he gets the output for action to be more engaging and interesting because he is specific on how he wants to be shot. And he wants the audience to believe it for real. So you guys can check out the link in the description for the making of the action sequences from movie War and let me know your thoughts on SIDDHARTH Anand's style of making a film. Now coming to the performances of the film, Shah Rukh Khan as Pathaan just catches our attention, and after so many years we are getting to see him on screen, so you just feel good watching him in the movie. But apart from that, he was perfect for the role of Pathaan, and his acting for just not normal scenes but also in action was just amazing. This effort he put in for the body transformation and the dedication he had for this character needs an appreciation. Next, Deepika as Rubai was okay in my opinion, and I felt the character was shown more on an angle of a seductive spy rather than that of a powerful or a clever woman spy agent. Also, the backstory of Deepika actually did not click like a powerful flashback for a spy agent, unlike Pathaan's flashback. But let me tell you, the action sequences for Deepika in the film was just lit. Especially the climax, she just sets the screens on fire. And now, John Abraham as Jim was suitable, but then the acting by John for this villain character was not strong enough because Jim's character was stronger and powerful that it needed a much better acting. Of course, I'm not pointing on John's acting, but he could have put in just a bit more effort like how Shah Rukh did for the role of Pathaan. Another mention, that is Dimple Kapadia, did a good job with her performance, and it was also an important character in the film. Now coming to the technicalities of the film, the CGI and the visual effects could have been a bit more better because they had a good budget to make this film. The CGI work was really too unnatural in some scenes that you tend to say that the whole film was mostly CGI. I get that the CGI is important for this film, but a few scenes could have been done more realistic because War had more realistic shots and sequences in comparison to this film, and the budget was lesser. The music by Sanchit Balhara and Ankit Balhara was pretty good, and I really like the main soundtrack used in most places in the film. The cinematography by Sachit Paulos was also well done, and the screenplay of the film was racy and good in most of the scenes. Now, at last, coming to the action choreography in the film, I just love some of the scenes, especially the introduction shot of Shah Rukh Khan, and the action in that scene was mind-blowing. A few places they could have done some action a bit more better, at least with a bit more logic, because they were too bad, but we can just ignore that for now. So overall, the film was good and it was an amazing experience to watch on the big screen, but one major disappointment is the interval being too predictable and funny, but they did some justice with the ending of the film. So to conclude, I would say that Pathaan is a good spy action thriller meant for mass audience, filled with the pure mass moments and action. So that's it for the video, guys. Let's catch up in the next video. Until then, signing off, this is your filmy friend Bullet Bingo. Thank you.